What up, guys? So today we're going to be talking about the independent thinking framework and why it is essential to learn independent thinking if you want to become smart, strong, and social and become a jack genius, because that is what this channel is all about. Now, what is independent thinking? Independent thinking has been a lost art in today's world where everything is handed to you on a silver platter, all the information, all the studies, all the knowledge. You think you have so much knowledge at your fingertips because you can search something up, you can just go on ChatGPT and search everything up and you can get whatever answer. But the reality is, independent thinking is what gives you ideas, what gives you new insights, and allows you to use your personal experience to get better as a person. How do we become independent thinkers, guys? Okay, we got to understand first why the information we are given is actually its purpose, okay? So if you ask Google what the right diet is, okay, it's gonna give you an answer, okay? And that answer, you gotta think yourself, why is Google giving me this answer? What does Google want me to think, okay? And once you understand that, you're gonna realize that most information is never to be in your personal benefit, okay? Because if everyone knew the right answers, the world would be perfect, right? Think about that. If every answer you knew from Google and ChatGPT was perfect, everyone would have million-dollar businesses, everyone would have insane physiques, everyone would have everything, okay? Because you just have to follow something and it'll work, right? But that's not the case. The case is, most of the time, the information you're being given is actually just to serve someone else, all right? And a great example of this are laws, okay? Laws are made by the government, laws are made by society to make you feel or make you act a certain way. Not because it's actually in your best interest, because if you're going 50 miles an hour in a 30, it's not the end of the world, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like, some laws and some ideas and some things you search online are actually not in your best interest. So how do we decipher these things and how do we become independent thinkers, guys? Okay, I call this the trial and error method. This is a crucial method that you need to know if you want to get better in life. You gotta understand that in order to learn and to think by yourself, you first have to eliminate your phone. Okay, you gotta eliminate your phone whenever you want to try and think of new ideas. You go on a walk, at least an hour walk, and you think and you have a notebook and you write down your ideas. Then, with your ideas on how to solve the problem, because you always have ideas, you just need to walk and learn and understand your mind, and then you can pick those ideas out. Once you do that, you have to adapt the trial and error method, okay? You gotta trial all of your ideas and see if they fail, and you have to fail fast. You have to fail consistently until you find something that works. Why is this better than following just general Google advice, general advice you see online? This type of thinking allows you to apply this framework to every single problem, all right? Every single problem in your life, you can use this and you will always get a unique, better result because it's specific to you, okay? Your ideas are unique and your problems are also unique, okay? So if you combine those two things, you get a unique answer, not a generalized answer that is made for the public, that is made for people who maybe can't think for themselves. So the next time you find yourself struggling, guys, with an answer, with something that you want to get better at, just realize that independent thinking is what's going to get you that next step. It's going to get you smarter. It's going to get you more social, okay? Because if you ask ChatGPT how to talk to a girl, it'll lead you down the worst rabbit hole of all time, okay? And if you ask ChatGPT how to make a business, it'll never tell you the right thing to do, okay? Why? Because it doesn't have independent thinking. You, my friend, you have the independent thinking, and it's up to you to figure that out. And that is exactly why you need to go on walks. You need to detach from your phone, write down your ideas, and try them all out, all right? And that is how you're gonna ascend, guys. If you want more information, more understanding about this, I made a great community, a great app that is made just for you. And it just highlights all of these important factors of becoming a jack genius, becoming smart, strong, and social. And together we can all become independent thinkers and become better in life, because the last thing we want is a world full of NPCs and people that can't think for themselves, all right? So trust in Polo and trust yourself. I'll see you guys in the next video.